again if you ever believed that Bluey could never experience something truly painful or emotional. Because there's been a lot of chatter lately about something truly devastating possibly happening in the show. And no, it's not just another bittersweet moment with Bandit or a touching family memory. This time, fans are seriously worried we might be saying goodbye to one of the most loved characters of all, Bingo, and there is also talk about bringing in a new character. And apparently, they're considering bringing in a new character for the show least. That's what the rumors are. So the growing theory is that Bingo might not be okay, and her final episode could be just around the corner. A lot of fans are preparing themselves for what might be Bingo's forever goodbye, and it's got everyone on edge. The idea is that Bingo isn't doing too well health-wise, and there have been plenty of subtle and not so subtle hints dropped throughout the series. Let's rewind to the episode Fairies, where Bandit is kind of grumpy with Bingo. Toward the end, something magical happens. Bingo sees what looks like a real fairy. But hold on a second, was it actually a fairy, or could it have been something more symbolic? Some fans think it might have been an angel or a spirit, something only Bingo could see. That moment has a lot more meaning when you look closer. The fairy builds a heart out of dominoes, something that usually represents life and love. But then, the heart gets knocked down, which could be a sign that Bingo's heart, figuratively or even literally, might stop beating soon. Another small but interesting detail, the domino pieces used were a 4 and a 1. Maybe that's a quiet nod to a tragic event happening in the first episode of Season 4. It's the kind of hidden message that the creators love sprinkling into episodes, and fans have been picking up on it more and more. Now, if that wasn't enough to make you start thinking deeper, the episode Dragon really brings out some heavy themes. It focuses on Chili's mom, who we learn passed away from an illness. The horse Chili rides in the episode isn't just a random choice. It symbolizes her late mother. The word dragon itself becomes this metaphor for a serious disease. And when Chili says goodbye to the horse, it's clearly a moment of acceptance and closure. It ties in because Chili's side of the family has a history of health problems. Her mom had the illness, her dad deals with heart issues, and Aunt Brandy, who looks a lot like Bingo by the way, has struggled with fertility, likely from a condition Chili might carry too. All of them are red healers, just like Bingo. So it's not that far-fetched to think Bingo might be dealing with a similar issue. It wouldn't be out of nowhere. It's actually been building up across different episodes in subtle ways. Now let's talk about the episode Surprise, which might seem playful at first glance. Remember when Bingo pretends to have a whole bunch of kids and Bandit has to babysit? It's cute, but the final moments show a time jump. Bluey is all grown up and even has a daughter of her own. But where's Bingo? Chili mentions her second daughter is out back. But that's kind of weird, right? If Bluey's living on her own with a family, why would Bingo still be living with their parents? It might be because she's not healthy enough to be on her own. Maybe she needs help, or she's just too sick to move out. And the fact that Bluey's visit wasn't planned, like it wasn't someone's birthday or a holiday, makes the moment even more telling. It could mean that Bingo still lives at home because she needs care, and the family just tries to make things feel normal. There's also that hospital episode where Bingo has already been staying a few days, and the doctor says she needs to stay one more night. If you've ever stayed in a hospital, you know that's not a casual thing. Usually it means something serious. And when Bingo complains that it's not fair, Chili's face just drops. She can't even look at her daughter. That's a powerful moment, and it hits hard because Chili knows Bingo is too young to be going through something like that. To try and cheer her up, Bluey puts on a play about a girl who wants a pet puppy. But that doesn't really make sense, does it? I mean, they're all dogs. So how can a dog want a dog as a pet? Turns out the story is more symbolic than literal. The puppy, named Bumpy, is sick, and there's no cure. All anyone can do is wait and hope for the best. That whole play is like a metaphor for Bingo's real-life struggle. Bluey even says getting sick is just part of life. And when she does, Chili visibly holds back tears. Because in Bingo's case, the illness might not just be a phase, it might be permanent. Then there's Mini Bluey, another episode that flies under the radar until you start digging. Bluey and Bingo try switching roles by dyeing their fur. But Bluey gets upset when she hears her parents say they'd rather have 2 Bingos than 2 Blueys. It feels like favoritism at first, but there's something deeper going on. Bluey starts pretending to be Big Bingo, like an older version of her sister. And the way Bandit and Chili react, it's like they know that Bingo might never actually grow up. So when Bluey steps into that role, it gives them this small moment of comfort, imagining a future they may never see for their youngest daughter. Then there's that episode, Bedtime, where Bingo dreams about flying through the solar system. That dream is loaded with symbolism. She's born from Earth, which stands for birth, but then travels through all the planets. Venus, where Bluey is from in the dream, is broken. And Mercury, closest to the sun, represents the baby Chili lost before Bingo was born. In that dream, Bingo gets really close to the sun, which symbolizes Chili. It feels like Bingo's saying goodbye, especially when she lets go of her stuffed animal Floppy. That act of letting go is so emotional, like she's preparing for a journey no one else can take. Let's not forget the Flatpack episode either. While Bandit and Chili are putting together a swing set, Bingo goes on this imaginative journey through time, evolving from sea creature to astronaut. But here's the thing, she's the only one who leaves the Earth. She's the one going far away, and the swing set becomes a symbol of paradise, or maybe even heaven. Bandit even calls it that. It's a little heartbreaking if you think about it as Bingo heading towards some kind of final resting place. Then there's Show and Tell, where Bandit accidentally drives his daughters to a cemetery. Or was it really an accident? Fan theories suggest maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the show's quiet way of preparing us for what's coming. After all, life always leads to that final destination eventually, even for our favorite animated pups. But just when things start to feel too heavy, there's a little hope to hold on to. If the show really does go through with Bingo's departure, they might bring in someone new. A brand new character could be introduced, not to replace Bingo, because let's be real, no one could, but to help the family move forward. It could be a cousin, a foster sibling, or even the child of Bluey as an adult in a future episode. This new character might not fill the hole Bingo leaves behind, but they could bring a different kind of energy and keep the emotional spirit of the show alive. Having a new character join the Healer family after Bingo's passing would also open the door for fresh stories, ones about grief, healing, and learning to find joy again. It would reflect real life, where families grow and change even after experiencing loss. And knowing how thoughtful the creators of Bluey are, they'd probably handle it with the kind of care and love we've come to expect. So while the idea of losing Bingo is incredibly sad, the possibility of new beginnings still exists. Bluey has always balanced the heavy with the hopeful, and if anyone can pull off a transition like that, it's this show. Whether or not Bingo's story ends in season 4, her journey has already touched so many viewers, and her legacy will likely continue in the hearts of everyone she's loved, both in the show and in real life. What do you think? Are the signs pointing to Bingo's heartbreaking exit? Or is this just another example of Bluey showing us the ups and downs of life through a child's eyes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Could we see the show explore grief and healing? And if Bingo really does go, who do you think the new character might be? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future Bluey breakdowns, theories, or heartwarming moments. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.